I guess a follow-up question, and then I can chime in on this as well, is, when you go to a company and then people have been there for a while and they have a certain way of doing things, right? And for some reason, it's just they can't they force other people to do it their way, and it seems like there's no other solution. I want to get your take on this, but from my experience, the people that usually do that is just they have a massive ego.
Yes.
You can no longer, like, that kind of employee just brings out the morale, the culture that you're trying to create if you're a manager. And but you can't, it's hard to fire that person because they're still doing their job, although not as efficiently as you want them to be. So
Yeah.
from my line of work, I've seen that most of the time it's just their ego and the inability to you know fail a little bit in order to succeed in the future. They don't want to show their coworkers that they're not capable of doing such things because they've been successful in the past at wherever they're doing. So I just want to hear your thoughts about that.
Well, personally for me, I mean, I'm not a fan of like micromanaging because it really reflects on how much you trust that person, and to have somebody physically right there behind you,
No, it's terrible.
just watching you do your work, it is really distracting.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the person isn't saying anything, it's kind of like, do you really trust me to be working here at this
Exactly.
point? How do you feel about that, like micromanaging and just that?
Starting this podcast has truly helped me with that aspect of my life. And because before I I always like to do things a certain way, and I prefer that people do things a certain way because I find myself, you know, when I do a certain things, it's pretty efficient, and then there's a system to it. But I've come to find, like, working with you, it's like I need to chill and not micromanage you because I want things done a certain way.
Yeah,
That's where the trust comes in. It's like I believe in your skills as a person and as a professional, so I need to just get out of the way and let you do your thing. And what we need to do is figure out, what's our goal, what's our
yeah,
objective. If we know our goal and objective, you know, I let that person take the reins. It's like,
yeah,
go ahead, use your skills. And as for me, like, what can I do to support you even more to help you achieve your goals? Am I giving you enough resources? Am I, giving you the right feedback? Am I communicating the objective correctly with you? And I feel like if I do that, and I let the person come up with their own plans and come up with using their own creativity, that person ends up being a lot happier. They don't really to be more creative. They want to work on the project.
yeah,
So as far as starting this podcast, it's like I, I I've learned to just take a step back and just let you do your thing, Kenny. So that way,
yeah,
we can be, because if I just helicopter you the whole way, this
yeah. It's
this
good.
podcast doesn't become fun anymore. It becomes work. And for me, um, this podcast is so fun. Like, working with you, Kenny, is so fun. You're probably the easiest person to work with. So
I mean,
all
we
my two
yeah.
projects, yeah.
I mean, it's been pretty awesome so far, and yeah, we have like our own creativity and all that, and yeah, of course, different personalities. Um, and yeah, with the whole idea of like working together and now virtually, it's been quite a challenge. But at the same time, we make ends meet kind of thing, and
Hmm.
um, we definitely learn along the way on our own personalities and how we can effectively, I guess, bring out these podcasts weekly and all that.
Hmm. Yeah,
So,
it's a long-term game. The way I see it, it's like there's
yeah,
no need to nitpick so early on everything. Like, we
yeah,
have time. Like, this is an ongoing project.
hmm,
If we need to make changes, then we can make changes in the future. Slow little
yeah,
changes, and eventually it'll turn into the product we both
yeah,
want.
yeah.
So